Hi guys, so I know that Boris Johnson is a liar. You know that Boris Johnson is a liar. Parliament knows, and even his own party knows. So it's impossible for the Tories to pretend that he doesn't or defend those lies. So the approach is to ignore the issue completely or start talking about something else. Now, Therese Coffey, the Work and Pensions Secretary, was invited on to Sky News to answer questions about Boris Johnson's lies, and her response was frustrating but predictable. I think the approach for the opposition isn't just to point out that Boris Johnson lies, and I commend Dawn Butler for standing up in Parliament and doing that, but that each of these lies has a consequence for the public. That has to be reinforced. Johnson is still very popular at the moment, so you need to connect the lie with some negative outcome for ordinary people. Anyway, let's hear what the Work and Pensions Secretary had to say.
Before I let you go, let me play you this clip. It is from a member of the opposition yesterday talking about your leader. Here we go.
I think he is a liar. I think he's. I mean, we've all seen Peter Stefanovich's Twitter. I think it's now about 29 million views, setting out very clearly where he's lied over the things that he says in the dispatch box.
Difficult to defend him?
Not at all, and I'm quite saddened by what's happened. A lot of this is done to drive small clips on social media.
So when Boris Johnson lies, that's not the problem. The problem is people pointing it out, and she thinks they're pointing it out in order to get clicks on social media. This is insane, but it's not unpredictable. So instead of actually saying, yes, he lied, and, well, he lied for this reason because he cares about the public or something like that. No, she can't do that. She knows it wouldn't fly. So she's attacking people for actually sharing clips of Boris Johnson lying. Wow.
You know, work in the House of Commons, the Chamber is a place where often we come together mainly about issues on which we disagree, discussing legislations.
It's not about disagreeing. It's Boris Johnson lied in Parliament. Now, if you disagree, that's perfectly fine. Boris Johnson can also mislead Parliament unintentionally. He may have been given wrong information. He may have got nervous and said the wrong thing. But that's why it's important for him to return to Parliament to correct the record. But he doesn't do that, meaning that he either doesn't care or it was his intention to mislead Parliament. That's the problem. Because if somebody makes a mistake, that's perfectly fine. As I said, there's a mechanism for a member of Parliament to return. Keir Starmer did it recently. There's that mechanism for them to return to Parliament to correct the record. Boris Johnson doesn't do it. Why? That's what I would love to ask her. Boris Johnson has not corrected the record. Why has he not done that?
Similar. You know, I know the Prime Minister has led from the front in tackling COVID. He's been leading from the front on the disability strategy. And I have every confidence in him. And frankly, so do the British people. They showed that when they got the election result in 2019.
She's right in a sense. The British public were not really concerned about Boris Johnson's lies. They wanted Brexit done. Some people were willing to say, and they even came out in interviews and said, I don't care if he's lying. I want Brexit done.
I'm afraid the opposition, Labour, cannot get over it.
Can you not accept that he does tell lies?
He
may well be popular. I'm not disagreeing with you that. You did win the election,
Okay.
but he has been sacked twice for lying.
Okay, all I will say is the British people backed Boris to be Prime Minister. He's doing a great job.
Actually, the polling is not reflecting that at the moment, but I don't care about polling. I care about the truth. Has Boris Johnson lied? Yes, he has. Has he corrected the record? No, he hasn't. Why has he not corrected the record? I think that's more important, almost in a sense, than him lying. It means that he wants people to believe the lie. Boris Johnson's approach is this. I lie in Parliament. People remember the lie. It filters into their brains, and they think that's the truth. Or they're not sure. But because Boris Johnson doesn't come back and correct the record, it's never highlighted that he doesn't correct the record, or if he were to come back and correct the record, people would actually see him do it. And then they'd be like, wait a minute, why did he lie before? Why did he give out misinformation before? Boris Johnson doesn't care. He will tell barefaced lies, and he'll know that the public will not spend the time researching the truth, and he will have won the argument in a sense.
And frankly,
it doesn't matter if he lies.
All this trivia that's generated by people just trying to get media clips, I'm afraid, doesn't work. We're in a grown-up situation. He's leading the country, and I'm very proud.
Very proud. It doesn't matter. But once again, as I said, it's not so much that he lies, it's that he doesn't correct the record. He wants people to believe the lie. He wants to show Parliament nothing but contempt. Now, how can the opposition deal with this? As I said before, the opposition need to connect the lie to a consequence for ordinary people. There was a hashtag on Twitter, Boris lies, people die. Something like that. The opposition need to stand up in Parliament and say, once again, the Prime Minister lied and this is the consequence. The Speaker of the House will ask them to leave. They'll leave. But the public will hear, wait a minute, Boris Johnson lied about this and this is affecting me in this way. Now, some people won't care. Some people are just happy that he got Brexit done, whatever the hell that meant. It hasn't been done. Some people just don't care about the truth. Others will care about the truth because it's affecting them. They'll care about his lies because it's impacting them in a negative way. So I think the opposition, not just calling out his lies and saying that he's lies, but connect it to an impact for ordinary people. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?